Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool, and welcome to this special Twitchiversary stream, and welcome back to Frostpunk. A year ago, I started streaming with Frostpunk, and then now that we have a sequel about to come out, it seemed appropriate to play it again. So I was deciding what I wanted to do, and I could go back and play through some old scenarios on harder difficulties. I could try this endless mode I've never tried before, but I thought I wanted to try going after some achievements I've never gotten. And so there's two in my mind, Vegetarian and Worse Than London. And so we'll hop in and I'll talk about those as we get going. So Vegetarian is to, of course we're playing on hard, Vegetarian is to not use the hunter's huts, which will add a lot of difficulty, particularly early game, because we're going to have to rush tech-wise to get to the hothouses. And then also use our steam hubs, or steam cores, that we need early game for other things like mines and wall drills, etc. Won't talk over this.
Rome, the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained, came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
And 11-Bit Studio really knows how to set the mood. So, yes. Vegetarian achievement is to not use hunter's huts, and then the Worse Than London achievement is to never build any bunkhouses or houses. So all the way through the storm, we're going to have our people in tents. I think that should add challenge, but it sounds doable, but I've never actually got either of these achievements, that's why I'm aiming for them, so we'll have to see. A new home. We fled London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the side of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst. Now the world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive. And I figured a new home is a great scenario to give this a shot on, because it has the coldest storm temperatures, therefore will be the hardest to deal with living in tents. But from what I hear, it is doable as long as you have your healthcare set up. Fight the cold, we need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to the other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. First, we'll pause and sign our first law. Emergency shift is definitely always the best starting point. 24 hours is really good for kickstarting your economy, which is critical. Now, assigning people out, what I need... Whoa, that is really touchy. Okay. Why is that scrolling so fast? Because that is not how that used to be, I don't think. Well, whatever. So, we'll get people on basically everything for now. We need lots of wood, we need steel, and then we also need to get some coal going. 15 more... Oh, there we go. So we've got 5 engineers left. I mean, no harm in having them start gathering stuff, but I'll pull them off pretty quickly, I think. So first thing I want to do is build the workshop to start getting research going. So once we get up to 15 wood and 5 steel, I believe it is. Yeah. Then I will build that workshop. We've got the steel. There we go. So let's build our workshop. Tuck it back there. It's nice that people are gathering supplies before they even reach the piles. Let's pull you guys off so that they start building. I think they actually have to get to here to build, unfortunately. They can't just, like resource gathering, build from a distance. Alright, we will immediately assign these people, and what is going to be our first tech? So, I need to get hothouses quickly before we starve. But I think I've got a couple of days for that. But I have to get this drawing boards first, and then research hothouses, then build them. It's going to be a thing. But I'm thinking beacon is usually a really good starting point. Heating's not necessary right now, probably. Yeah, we're at 20, and we've got a few more days till we reach the drop in temperature. I think I am going to go for beacon. This might turn out poorly if we start first, but I'm thinking I can pull this off. So we'll start with the beacon. And then I'm going to also immediately do a 24-hour shift. So there's an event that fires when you do a 24-hour shift, but that automatically kills a person. But I think the first emergency shift never hits that event. And I think you've got a couple of... It fires within the first couple of hours, or it checks within the first couple of hours, and then it also never hits on the gathering posts. Like, not gathering posts, but the resource piles. So I think if I run this one right away, and then we run 24-hour shifts on the resources about the time people are finishing their shifts, I'm hoping I can avoid that event. We've got a bit of coal coming in. Okay, we've reached free time, so I'm going to try turning all these on to 24-hour shifts. No, click on the pile. Probably didn't need the 24-hour on the coal. Oh, that did get our discontent too high. Probably shouldn't have gone quite that high. I will provide some shelter. And in fact, I can provide some of that shelter right now. And that will deal with some of the discontent. And I probably should get a medical post going. People are furious. Hold on for a couple more days. Within 2 days, that will have fallen down. People will get really discontent as soon as you do an action, but then they'll start to forget about it once it goes away. So within 24 hours, that discontent will just drop off from using those emergency shifts. Working day and night. Sir, people are questioning the need for so many emergency shifts. They understand that our situation requires hard work from everyone, but do we really need to rely on heroic effort so often? A break would be nice. Stop using emergency shifts for 3 days, or discontent will rise slightly. I won't address this right now. I need those emergency shifts. I probably won't use any more after this, but we'll see. Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, and she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join our first scout team we'll send out. She urges you to hurry. We'll do what we can. The wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. I'll bear that in mind, thank you. Alright, we've got resources coming in. Only one steam core, and we're going to have to use that on our hothouse, which is rough. Alright, the generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now, food. There'll be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. Probably should use overdrive, just to make sure no one freezes here at night. And a new law. Extended shift. Oh, I can't because people are angry. What a shame. What can I sign that people would actually like? Food additives is where I want to go food-wise. Radical treatment I can't do. Corpse disposal I can't do. I'm such a nice person. Fighting arena I could sign and people would like that. It's an unnecessary building that I'd be building though. But I'd have a few days to build it. And reducing discontent is always a good thing. So maybe we will go with that. And hopefully by the time we're ready to sign another law, discontent will drop some. Beacon just got researched. Excellent. Now we need to rush our food. So let's get our drawing boards. Build us the beacon, which can be tucked in the back somewhere. Maybe like way back here, because ultimately I think I'm going to get the wall drill as quickly as I can, and then that will be staffed by an automaton. So I don't intend to heat back here. It's an outpost spot, yeah. So none of this should end up getting heated. And I don't care about breaking that wood. Oh, touchy, this movement. Alright. Long-term roads. I'm going to have one there, one there. One that's here. I guess let's get our placements of things. I'm not going to actually build these houses. I am out of wood. So if we build a road there. There's the 4 houses I promised. Let's kill that one and that one. So one of the things this game does is that if you... if your alignments don't line up, it will stretch buildings to make it look more pleasing, but I want to be as efficient as possible. So there and there, and then we'll have another road that will come out here. Okay, so that's sort of the spokes of my roads, I think. Trying to keep things looking nice, so... getting out here. Maybe I'll follow this roadway and then go over. Yeah, something like that. Let's try and get that beacon as quickly as possible. We are running out of piles. This one's already emptied. So I will assign you guys... No, I need wood. That was a... No, were those... That was the steel pile that went away, so we'll grab that steel with those people. Not on a 24-hour shift. 8 sick. The builders should start building both of these. I need engineers from where? Oh. Our engineers were all over here. We'll make that workers. 5 engineers there. Probably at the moment I could use another medical post. And grab some more wood, maybe. Wood is definitely critical early game. We'll have some people left for building. Beacon built. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, our people will be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us. Frostland. So we can use the food that we find out in the Frostland. So that's good. We're not completely reliant on the hothouses, but there's not a ton of food out in the Frostlands. Okay, let's build a scout unit. I need 40 wood. Once we get to 40 wood... Working day and night. Sir, people are questioning the need for so many emergency shifts. I won't address this right now. Ready to search. People cheer as the great observation balloon soars above the sky, the city. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they've done to make it happen. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for our lost people in the Frostlands. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. We needed a win. Just a little bit more wood. There we go. We will send them to the gloomy cave first. Lost Expedition is the way that's going to head towards our missing people. But I'm going to go there first. Hopefully there's some resources. Oh, I should not still have the overdrive on. That could turn out poorly. Alright, drawing boards is researched. I need 20 wood to get that. One nice thing about the hothouse vegetarian achievement is that all of this research I can just ignore. And because I'm doing hothouses, I'm probably, which will save me on people but cost steam cores, when we get to resources, I'm probably going to skip coal mining and do coal thumpers, which is the alternative. You usually only need one or the other. You obviously can do both. But I don't like sitting here wasting time. There we go. We will research hothouses, which is going to be critical sooner rather than later. And we have more unemployed people. That pile just finished. So that was our coal pile. We'll get them going on another coal pile. Once this is built, we'll staff those last engineers to deal with our sick. Because we don't want the sick to spiral out of control. Alright. And I don't think we need any more 24-hour shifts. And because of the way we stacked our 24-hour shifts, shelter promise fulfilled. Everyone feels relieved with a roof, even a flapping one over their heads. Well, a flapping roof is all you're going to have in this challenge. Hope rises. So, because of how we did our 24-hour shifts, we didn't have anyone die. Since we started with this one, wait a few hours before the resource piles. Yeah, worked out. With that said, I wanted a gathering post, which I do. That's 15 wood. And we just do not have enough wood coming in. Where are people? You're on steel, you're on wood, and you're on coal. Coal's not that critical right now. We'll have 5 people collecting coal. And the rest need to get us more wood. And these people are nearly to the gloomy cave. Alright, this cave is or was inhabited. There are a number of footprints leading to its entrance. We should check if there's still someone alive up there. It's people. Ugh. Oh, it's the bears. We might have just gotten our people killed. Luckily, they didn't have any resources on them. We can hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn towards us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. We can leave the bears alone and the bears will kill the survivors, or we can risk attacking the bears, which could get our people killed. We will take the risk. We had to help the survivors. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave, 4 children, 18 engineers, and 12 workers, joined them and together drove the beasts away. Unfortunately, the scouts died from their injuries. The people they saved set out towards our city, guided by a map made by the scouts. So we unfortunately need another scouting team. And I'm not sure we have the resources. No, we definitely do not. That's rough. However, our discontent is nearly back down because, again, we have no emergency shifts running now, and so it just naturally is going to fall. I wonder how our glorious captain's going to F things up today. How much more of this do we have to take? So the comments they make is based upon the levels of discontent and hope. And our hope is, okay. But discontent is huge, and so people are generally pretty cranky. Oh, we've got 2 sick absence from our workers. And hunger is starting to build up. Yep. That is definitely a thing. Hey, work time. I would love to get another scouting party out. And I think we don't need it for research just yet. 5 more people. Alright, fine. Those will be replaced soon enough. Obviously, I'm not aiming for a deathless run. Which, I didn't think I'd pull off a deathless run anyway, given that we're going to be staying in tents the whole time. Alright, we need to build a fighting arena soon. Am I really going to get kicked out for that? Can I sign something? Probably should have built the fighting arena earlier. No, nothing that I want to sign will lower discontent immediately. Yeah. Should have built the fighting arena immediately. Alright, we might have to give this one another shot. Again, I think it's doable. We're getting short on resources. Our needs are great and growing by the hour. To address this, we can enact a law that will allow us to extend working hours. Not now. I might be getting kicked out really soon. But let's see. So ideally, we look at our streets. If we built an imaginary street here, put a tent here, you can see within these, I'm aiming for an organized city, and it's not really that critical, but you can see placement wise, I could fit a house here, then the fighting arena, and then another house here. So just to make sure spacing is good, I can't build the fighting arena if I've built that. That is a shame. Looks like that's the right spacing. We'll delete that road, because we definitely don't need it. Get that wood back. And then go to there. I don't think we're going to pull it off. Alright, next time, because we're probably going to have to redo this, I'm going to try and be a little bit nicer with my 24-hour shifts. I think I did one more than I should have. We should be happy we didn't... He should be happy we didn't wring his neck. Now we'll make our city great again. Good riddance. We'll be better off without him. We can start rebuilding at last. Yeah. We'll give it another shot. You are deposed. A band of grim men drags you under the generator. The crowd erupts with angry shouts. Hang him! Throw him into the generator! You are summarily judged and spared the death sentence in recognition of your efforts. You are banished from the city. I did my best. I didn't do my best. We'll give it another shot. Hey, Chaotic Crow. Welcome. You're about to watch as we try again. I think this should be doable. We'll skip the intro. We just watched it. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Nice early morning, and Frostpunk is always a fun game to get back to, so I'm glad to be doing this again. Okay, I'm not going to make any major changes, but I don't think I'm going to do the 24-hour shift on the coal. I don't think that is needed. But everything else, basically the same. Pause the game. Assign our 24-hour shifts. And then immediately assign people to all of these resources. For now, you can also work on steel. Oh, well, glad you were here. Hope you have a good day with whatever you're heading off to do. 24 hours on the job? Insane, but that's our lot. Work, work, work until you die. Oh, we have enough. I wasn't watching our resources. Let's pull you guys off so that you can start building. Please build quickly. All right, immediately staff. And again, we're going to go with the beacon. Maybe this time our survivors won't immediately be killed by bears. For our explorers. Oh. I mistimed that. I needed this started on 24-hour immediately, so I've got the leeway. I'll provide some shelter. We'll give it a handful of hours, and then I'll start the 24-hour shifts, so these people are going to have to come back into work. How much coal do I have? Okay, we are going to be building it up. Wisdom of the crowd? Yes. Family torn apart? Yes. We've read that as well. Maybe at like 23-ish, I'll start those 24-hour promises. Yeah. So 24-hour on the steel and both wood. That's a much better level of discontent. Discontent's a resource, so if you're not spending it, you are missing out. And this time, because my discontent's not crazy, I can do what I want, which is probably going to be extended shift. Make people a little bit more angry. Let's build that medical post that we know we need. Which these 15 people should be building overnight. We've got our beacon. Let's build the beacon first. I said build. Build the beacon. So I know what my resources are looking like. Maybe tuck it here. There. It's a more sensible placement. And now if we go to research, can I get this? I cannot. Faster gathering has value. Come on, people. All our bleeding hardship and for what? Sod the captain. I've had just about enough of this. We need a new leader. No, you don't. Everything is wonderful. Pull off 5 of those engineers to staff the medical post. Beacon's almost done. It is done now. Apparently can't skip this cutscene. That's fine. Alright. Let's make a scouting party. Observatory this time rather than the gloomy cave. Let's see. So I'm hoping that I can get to some of these early resources and bring them back. That's my goal. Last time, Lost Expedition is always here, and it's always people. This one was also people and death by bears. So this time, peculiar building must be the Arctic Observatory the Royal Society built to investigate the eternal winter. There's smoke over it. I think that's also going to be people, which is fine. Maybe I should just go this way. We're getting people either way. Maybe I'll head down this way. Okay, ready to search. People cheer. We needed a win. And working day and night. People that question the need for so many emergency shifts. They understand our situation requires hard work for everyone. But do we really have to be heroic? To rely on heroic efforts so often? I will actually stop with the emergency shifts. I think we're basically done with them and I don't intend to do any more right away. So good idea. That kills those. But that's fine. They were only going to go for a couple of hours after the workday ended. But that will make people happier, I think. We've got our scouting party. We've got another research coming up soon that we'll need 50 wood for. Can I get another medical post? I think I can. Hopefully we have the wood we need by then. We don't. I've got a bunch of people not working. What are you guys doing? Get back to work. Max out that coal and get the rest on this steel. Okay, I need 6 more wood. There we go. We are going to go to drawing boards. Alright, I should have 5 more engineers somewhere. You guys are here at the coal. That's fine. We want to make sure our healthcare doesn't go crazy. Okay, 18 hours of coal left. I think we are not actually keeping up anymore. That's awkward. Lost Expedition. The rest of the people made camp here, too exhausted to go on. We should escort them to the city. A happy reunion. We enter the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank God you found us. We had been wandering for days until we couldn't go on any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. There's our gloomy cave and sturdy shelter. We are going to just send them back. Some people may die, but probably only 1 or 2. And I don't want to waste the time of my scouts. So, go back to the city on your own. It's a really short trip. I doubt anyone will die on that journey, though we can keep an eye on it. We can see that it was 4:10:22. So, we'll keep an eye on how many actually make it to the city. Gloomy Cave is again a potential death or just people. Sturdy shelter. Let's head that way. Oh, and I can sign another law. I don't know when that happened. We're going to go with child labor. So I'm not trying to be a nice utopia, whatever, with child shelters. I'm fine with having the kids working. Before we actually start cooking, which I might need to actually do. No, don't close that. I probably want food additives. So food additives as opposed to soup. Soup doesn't actually show. So soup makes your food go slightly farther than just regular meals. Food additives makes it go a little bit farther. And eating causes illness, but we're already gonna have to make our healthcare a lot better than normal with this challenge, versus soup hurts discontent. And I'd rather have discontent available to play around with. And since our healthcare is already going to be needed, and since all of our food comes from hothouses, then creating more food costs more steam hubs. Or steam cores. Steam hubs are different. And steam cores are one of the hardest resources to find. I would rather have more sickness to save on steam cores. So do I deal with that now? How hungry are people? Just a couple of people are hungry. Not even starving yet. I should probably take care of it anyway. Let's go with food additives. We can add sawdust to meals to make them more filling, although not exactly tasty or healthy. Child labor might have been the smarter choice at the moment. I don't know. I don't think it's going to matter overly much either way. Let's get us a cookhouse. And these people will be here soon. So it was 22,410. So we've actually lost a worker and an engineer. Not the children, unfortunately. That's harsh. Sawdust and bread? What's next? Stones for pillows? But children are the least useful working group. Alright. So you are going to be making sawdust meals. And who do I want to pull off? Maybe a little bit of this wood. Probably only need to pull off like one person. Oh, and while we're at it, all of you guys can work extended shifts. Those don't annoy people nearly as much as the 24-hour shifts. Do I have everywhere? That doesn't need to be extended, and medical posts are always 24 hours. How is that doing for our coal? Still behind. I need to put more people into collecting the coal, which I don't really want to do. But fine. Arguably, I could have turned off the generator every day, and maybe that's what I should have done. So if we shut down the generator during the day when everyone's working... How much more of this do we have to take?
Work time. Get back to work.
So we've got meals being made. Dealing with most of the starvation. Alright, sturdy shelter. The shelter is well supplied and built to withstand even the worst weather. An advanced heating system protects it from the cold. Trail leads to another city. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a note posted by the heavy round door. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out there. A signpost by the trail points in 2 directions. London, 1934 miles. Home, 27 miles. And a steel bridge. 100 rations and 200 wood. That would greatly help us. Is it critical enough to bring it back to the city now, or can I move on to the steel bridge? I don't think we're going to get starvation in the meantime. So, this food should cover most people. So I think I am going to try pushing on to the steel bridge. Because the sooner we get that, the better off we'll be.